at you tonight. Let me take my glasses off here because I know it glares and you can't see my eyes good. But I'm here again tonight to talk to you about Kangen water. And as always, I've got my big old mug of water here. I'm sipping on it. Pardon me, my mouth always goes dry before I get ready to do these videos. Whenever I do these videos, guys, I'm shooting straight from the hip. So if I mess up or whatever, so be it. But I'm just like your neighbor. I'm just a regular old everyday Joe that was turned on to a very, very good product. No, I won't say good product. I'll say a great product. And I just learned something about Kangen water the other day. When Debbie came home from the hospital, our insurance provider, Humana, sent a cooler full of basically TV dinners, like Lean Cuisine or something like that, Healthy Choice. It also had 10 little separate, individually packed pieces of whole wheat bread. It had 10 little cartons of fruit juice, and it had 2 packets of powdered milk. Now, in most cases, powdered milk tastes pretty nasty. I think everybody can agree with that. But I'm going to tell you something. The other day when I ran out of silk almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, I figured, well, let's try it because I needed some milk to mix my smoothie, or better yet, my protein shake. And so it said to add 40 ounces of water, and so that's what I did. I put 40 ounces of water. I have half-gallon jugs. I've had a hard time getting the gallon jugs. So I filled about 2/3 of the way up in a half-gallon jug, Kangen 9.5 pH water. Added the packet of milk, shook it up, mixed it up real good, tasted it then, and you got to realize it's straight out of the machine, so it was a little warm, but it didn't taste bad. The next day, and plus when I made my smoothie, I put a couple of ice cubes in it. But I'm going to tell you what, it was good. And the next day, when I made a fresh smoothie or shake, protein shake with the milk cold, I'm going to tell you what, guys. Of course, I'm not surprised. Everything you do with Kangen water, it just makes it better. And it tasted darn near like regular store-bought milk. It's just that simple. And I've said this now for over 4 years. Everything you do with Kangen water just turns out great. And so another lesson learned. Guys, I'm telling you, you're missing the boat by not getting one of these ionizers and putting it in your house. It's just good for your overall health. And it's not so much about the alkaline. The alkaline is good. Kangen is a Japanese word meaning return to one's origin. We were all alkaline when we were born, and through time and atmosphere and what we eat and drink through life, we go acidic. Kangen water can reverse that. And one of the best ways it does that is with the negatively charged active molecular hydrogen. It just works miracles in the body. You can go to YouTube or Vimeo and type in whatever ailment or chronic illness you want with Kangen water. One is Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease and Kangen water, you're going to get a ton of results. Asthma and Kangen water, you're going to get a ton of results. Fibromyalgia and water, you're going to get a ton of results. And all of them are going to be positive, guys. I've never found a negative result to date. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I've never seen one. You can also, if you want to research it, you can go to pubmed.gov, or I think it's scholar.google.com. But don't type in Kangen water. Type in electrolyzed reduced water, because that's what Kangen water is. When you turn the water on, it's diverted through the machine. The water's going through the so-called engine of the machine, which is 7 platinum dip titanium plates, all medical grade, and it is transferring that water. It's actually splitting the water too. You're going to have 2 hoses coming out of the machine. One is the bottom hose, which is always wastewater, and the top hose that you see all the time when you see pictures of the SD501 or the K8. That water is always going to be alkaline. And the water coming out of the top is microclustered. And when I say microclustered, when the water is diverted through that engine, it gets a 230-watt shot of electricity, which breaks that water up. Water molecules are usually, 25, I've heard some people say as much as 90 molecules to the cluster. But when it goes through that engine and hits those platinum dipped titanium plates, and they are solid plates, they're not screen plates like the knockoffs are. And let me tell you, don't waste your money on any other brand, because you're just going to throw it away, and you're going to wind up wasting a bunch of money, getting mad at yourself, and going and buying the Enagic brand, because you can't be. That's the one everyone aspires to try and be as good as, and they can't do it. Enagic's got that one cornered. They've got it nailed down. And but when the water goes through these plates and it breaks it up, it's microclustered, allowing it. And it's when I say microcluster, it's down to like 4 molecules to the cluster. And it allows the water to enter your cells, enter your body at the cellular level. It detoxes you better than any other water. It hydrates you better than any other water. You just, guys, it's in your brain in 30 seconds, in your skin and body in 10 minutes. You just can't beat it, guys. When you cook with the water, you're going to think you've been to chef school. I'm very serious about that. I emphasize that all the time. It just improves everything you do in your life. And let me tell you, if you're going to go through life always having to use water to drink, cook with, and such, why would you not want the best? And the good thing about it, your body's over 70% water. Therefore, guess what? You can change 75% of your water or your body by just changing your water to Kangen water by Enagic. Guys, I can't emphasize this enough. Give me a call, 828-391-0368. You can also visit our website at www.wateryoucantrust.com. That's water, the letter U, cantrust.com. Watch the demo. Below the demo is our 4 different websites. Check them out. Register for the free ebook and weekly newsletter. And let me tell you, I get people that tell me all the time they have issues, but then when you show them a product that you know, and I am confident Kangen water is, I'm not going to say it's going to cure you or heal you. I can't do that. FCC or whatever won't allow me to do that. But I can tell you what it's going to do. It's going to set your body up, because your body is the one that actually does the healing. It's going to set your body up to perform the healing process. And I've yet to hear a testimony of anybody that after drinking Kangen water, even for a short period of time, did not begin to feel better, recover from their illnesses. For me, I suffered from backaches, leg pains for over 30 years because of 5 disc fractures back in 85 and 87. You've heard, hold on, I got a phone call coming in. I think that's Hunter LeButch. Hello?
Albert,
Hey.
are you doing that?
Oh yeah. Hey, Hunter. Yeah, I'm online right now. This is my friend Hunter LeButch. This is the gentleman that introduced me to Kangen water.
Hello?
And you just heard, I can hear myself in the phone. But this,
Okay, now you can.
now I can't. No, I can't hear you now. Or not through there, right? But this is the gentleman that introduced me to Kangen water, guys. I owe him a debt of gratitude, because he has helped my health and my life and Debbie's in such huge ways. I can't thank him enough. Thank you, Hunter.
Oh, you're welcome, Delbert. This is a surprise. I didn't expect to be on live here tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to tell you. You are on live right now. You are being heard.
I am. I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay. As you see, I got my glasses off so they don't glare and I look a little better.
What would you like me to add? Because I know you're not going to stay on very long.
Oh, that's all right. One thing before I put you on here, for all you people, this is beauty water. Now watch me transform. See how pretty I am now? Okay, Hunter. You put tell us whatever you want to, because I know it's going to be good.
Well, I listened to a little bit of your opening, and actually, what the water does, the water doesn't cure anything. According to Dr. Thomas Rao, who's the founder of the Marion Institute in Switzerland. Now, Thomas is one of these guys. If you're sick, terminal, the doctor's told you there's nothing else he can do. He said, "Come and see me." And Rao's got about a 95% success rate. And what he's learned over the years, and this is exactly what Kangen water does, if you get your body back into balance, and when I say balance, it's got to be hydrated to a point of detoxification. Our water doesn't do that anymore. You mentioned that about the water molecule clusters being large. They are. They're too large to readily be transported into the cells, and it's water that carries nutrients and oxygen in, and it carries carbon dioxide and waste out. Water has got to be the primary vehicle. Our body's 70% water, so no matter what protocol you're on, water has got to be 70% of it. All right?
Right.
Now, what the water does, it hydrates you. You get that complete cellular penetration, so it detoxes you. It cleans your cells out. It gets all that built-up acidity, all that built-up toxicity out of your cells. And that's important because it's that build-up toxicity that causes us to get sick. And if you notice, we all start getting really, really sick at, 50 years and up. And the reason being is it takes years and years and years for this stuff to build up. And we finally get to a point where it just can't handle anymore, and it starts causing us a lot of damage. Number two, the water has a higher pH level. Now, this pH is brought about by charging the hydrogen in the water, because pH is nothing more than potential hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
If you charge that hydrogen in the water, it creates a strong negative charge. That strong negative charge adds alkalinity to the cells. So this is a charged alkalinity. It's rich in calcium, magnesium, potassium, but it is not a mineral-added alkalinity. You can put baking soda in your water for crying out loud, break pH up.
Yep.
And basically, most of the high pH waters that you get at the market today that you pay an arm and a leg for are mineral-added waters. They're not ionized water. The third thing in the kicker that makes this water work, let's get back to the hydrogen again. If you charge that hydrogen, you create what's called a molecular hydrogen or a hydrogen gas. I can hold a cigarette lighter under the flow of water coming from my faucet, and it snaps, crackles, and pops just like Rice Krispies. That's
exactly right.
Hydrogen gas exploding.
Mm-hmm.
That hydrogen gas is the strongest antioxidant known. 1 glass of that water would be equivalent maybe to 5 pounds of blueberries in antioxidant value. So what you're getting with the water, you're getting hydrated, detoxed. You're bringing your pH back into balance. Now, your pH, once you bring it back into balance, things start going away. One of the big things that starts going away is diabetes. Diabetes is not a sugar problem. It's an acid problem. Bring the pH up in your cells, diabetes will go away.
I want to interrupt you there. I want to interrupt you there for a moment, Hunter, with what you're saying about diabetes. You're going to like to hear this. When it comes to my fast-acting insulin, I've dropped my slow-acting that I take 2 times a day. I've dropped it by another 5 units. My fast-acting today, I've only took 1 shot this morning. Yesterday, 1 shot. Day before, I didn't even have any shots. So that's well. And I've also you've seen in a post I did here a while back. I've lost 50 pounds. So everything is starting to go in the right direction.
You get another 50 pounds under your belt, and I can almost get over that your diabetes insulin will be history.
I'm hoping so. I'm praying for it.
So it's really good stuff. Now the antioxidant value. This water is going to wash out inflammation. Inflammation is a primary cause, and it is caused by. It's a primary cause of heart disease, brain disease, all neurological disorders, all autoimmune diseases. Taste. If we can bring our pH back up into balance, are things that will go away that start creating inflammation, like arthritis is a big one. You know, you start getting rid of the problems that cause inflammation, and then the antioxidants on top of that prevent inflammation, and the small molecule removes it. So I've seen people with severe arthritis. You're one of them. For crying out loud. You drank 3 quarts of that water when you got that machine that day, and you couldn't believe it. You were pain-free by 7 o'clock that evening. Yeah. That is getting the inflammation out of your body. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Yep. Tears of happiness. Tears of joy.
Now, for me, what got me into this thing was Lyme disease. Now, Lyme disease, like a lot of other diseases, also causes severe arthritis. We call it Lyme arthritis. It's very, very similar to rheumatoid arthritis. It also affects the brain, and it affects the heart. All right? It took probably a year and a half for me to get my brain back, because I had developed dementia that was pretty much full-fledged. My best friend of almost 40 years walked in the house, and I couldn't remember what his name was. That's where the brain took me with Lyme disease. Physically, I was crippled. I mean, 100% disabled, crippled. It took less than a year to get that back. So, did the water cure me? No, absolutely not. But according to Dr. Thomas Rao, you get that body back into that balance, that magic balance of a pH level in your body that's above 7 to 7.2, 7.3. Now, this is your body, not your blood. And the reason why your body's important, your body constantly buffers your blood with alkaline material. It has to, because your blood pH is 7.365. It's as stable as your body temperature. Our job, as the body uses that alkalinity or alkaline material, our job is to replace it, because it takes it from, your skin, your organs, your bones. Your bones is the biggest contributor, and our job is to replace that. We're not doing it. The water helps replace that. So what the water does is brings that body back into balance. According to Dr. Thomas Rao, he said once you get back into that balance, get your body hydrated to a point of detoxification, bring your pH level up to 7.2, 7.3, remove and prevent inflammation. He said once you get your body there, I don't think there's a disease on earth that your body cannot cure. Now, for me, personally, I've worked with people like you, with diabetes, like me, with Lyme disease. God, I can't tell you how many people I've worked with Lyme disease. Cancer. I've even had about a dozen now people that were terminally ill. The doctors have given up. They said, there's nothing else we know how to do. You've got one guy had a weekend to live. One fella had 3 weeks to live. One lady had 2 months to live. Another lady, she was crying. She said she had an ovarian cancer of some sort. And I said, well, what kind of cancer is it? What stage? She said, honey, this cancer really doesn't have stages. This is a cancer. When you get it, you're gone. And beautiful, beautiful woman, and tears are just streaming down her face. And I said, well, honey, don't worry. You're not gone yet. And that had to be 3 years ago, Delbert. And she and her husband are now living in Richmond and doing great.
Awesome.
It's just get your body back into balance. Your body will do the rest.
Awesome. Well, let me ask you this, Hunter. For anyone with a chronic illness or disease, even contemplating the machine, what would be your advice?
My advice is to get a machine, especially if you're suffering with anything whatsoever. The company's got 5 different models. I would either go with the 501 or the K8. They're the 2 largest models. They're the strongest models, and they're the ones that give the water the most power. When I say power, it gives it the highest antioxidant value.
Right.
You can buy those things online. If you want, you can pay cash. You can put them on credit. There's credit companies out here now that are offering 18-month interest-free credit cards. You can get one of those. If all else fails and you've got lousy credit and you still want to get a machine, put together about $800, $30 if you're in North Carolina, I think.
Right.
And as a down payment, the payment's going to be about $225 a month, and you can own your own machine. And the good thing about these machines, they don't wear out. There's no moving parts in these things. They don't wear out. You have to clean them and take care of them. My machines, I've got two machines. One is a loaner, one is that I use constantly. And both of these machines, one of them's 9 years old, the other one's 8 years old. And both of them are working as good as the day they were new. But I clean them. I clean them about once a month.
And that is key. That is key. It's just like your car. You've got a large investment, but you got to take care of it. You got to respect it, just like you do your vehicle.
You know, Delbert, did you say a large investment?
Yeah, I kind of worded that wrong.
It's the cheapest thing I ever bought in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it was $4,000. The SD501 was $4,000 and change with the tax and everything.
Exactly.
I was spending $4,000 every 2 or 3 months on medicines.
Yep.
I haven't spent a dime.
Yep.
You know, so what's your health worth?
Bingo.
You know, is your health worth that kind of money? I would think that's pretty cheap for good health.
Bingo.
So anyway, I'm going to let you go finish this thing, Delbert, and enjoy your evening, my friend.
Hunter, God bless you. Thank you for calling. Guys, this is the guy that I've been getting all my training from. He is my Enagic Kangen mentor. Bless your heart, Hunter. I'm glad you called.
God bless you, Delbert, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy. Toodaloo.
All right. Bye-bye.
There you go, guys. There you have it. That's the guy that he actually stayed after me for close to a year. Came in one day on a chat window here on, or a messenger window here on Facebook, and said, Delbert, at that time I was promoting a product, a health product with Moringa, and he said, if you'll mix your Moringa with Kangen water, oh my gosh, you're going to see differences like you couldn't imagine. You're going to have a powerhouse of antioxidant and health rejuvenating power. And finally, I think on the last time before I went and bought the machine, he said, look, because I kept telling him I'm getting it here in Morganton at the local health food store. And he said, look, Delbert, go down there and look at the machine. If it does not say Enagic or Leveluk SD501 or K8, you're not getting Kangen water. Just that simple. So actually that afternoon, Debbie and I went down there, and I won't say their name, but I'm sure everybody lives here local knows what I'm talking about. Looked at the machine, and it was an Athena produced by Jupiter, I believe it is. It's a Korean knockoff machine. And all these knockoffs basically all look the same, but they have different names on them, just so you know. But looked at it, and sure enough, it was not Enagic. It was not a Leveluk SD501 or K8. So I bought a couple more gallons that day and brought them home. But I think it was about a week later, I sold, for those of you who know me, I had that F-150, that long wheelbase that I built with a big block 460. I had just sold it because I couldn't drive it anymore. I was considered blind, so I didn't have license anymore to drive it, so what good's the truck? So I sold the truck, and it was a showstopper. It won quite a few shows, even the largest truck show in the world over in Tennessee for that year model or that class. It took first place. But I sold that truck and took the money that I got from that truck and invested in our Leveluk SD501, and I've not regretted it 1 second. No. Matter of fact, I have another machine here in the house. Don Peach and I use it to loan out to people, and he's another one you can contact. And I'm just telling you guys, you are missing the greatest opportunity in your life by not owning one of these machines, because one, it's going to improve your health to an extent you could never imagine. I'm 62 years old. Yeah, I'm on oxygen, but that's because of my own ignorance. I got fiberglass in my lungs, but I'm telling you, if it was not for the oxygen, oh my gosh, I'd feel like I was 35 years old. I mean, Just that simple. But whatever. Check our website out, wateryoucantrust.com. That's water, the letter youcantrust.com. Go to any of the websites underneath it. Sign up for the free ebook and weekly newsletter. Or give me a call. You can always call me at 828-391-0368, just like Hunter did. We'll talk about it. If you want to, we'll three-way Hunter in. I love Hunter. I'm so glad he called in because, oh my gosh, he's a gold mine of information. When he eats, drinks, lives, sleeps, dreams, Enagic. I'm telling you, he is the Kangen man in my book. But guys, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. And change your water, change your life. You can't beat it. It's the best tasting, healthiest water on the face of this earth, hands down. Take care, guys. See if I can get this thing to shut.